So in 2017, Roy bought this for £1,200. It's done 5 years. It's been abused. Would not have paid for a wheel upgrade on a double cab pickup. And people say, where's your money coming from? My God, it's lovely. Like, this is classy. This is classy. Look at this. Yes. It's got its own ecosystem in the back of that car. More feet than Cars Billington. Had a wesh since the day it was bought. You turn up at school in this, Anna shrinks. It's got heated seats. Leather interior. This car can tow an entire tractor. So today we are catching up on jobs that we could not do yesterday due to being busy with the TB test. Just S160 Beast in action. That is the only problem with outside yards. When it rains, it is absolutely filthy. You cannot stop it. It's just like a big puddle of muck. Believe it or not, if the cattle have a choice of standing inside and outside, you always find them stood outside. It must be like airflow or something. I had a couple of messages on Instagram. Possibly that's an easy way to get hold of somebody who is on YouTube. Anywho, asking my background and how I got into farming. My name is Charlotte, and this is Roy, who's very camera shy. I met Roy in 2009. Oh God, I've been here a long time. I am from Preston, so I am a city girl. You know, I wanted to be a receptionist and paint my nails, and then I realised that I had the attention span of the goldfish. This led me to be a carer in the community, going around in my little car, and I loved it. Honestly, I loved it. What a fulfilling, good job that is. Completely underpaid, but an amazing, amazing job. Roy had, at his dad's house where we are stood, a small farm, and I think at the time it was. So Roy and his dad were carving around 40 cows. They also had a family business in the local town, and farming was done before and after work. It was like a hobby on steroids. Should have been a full-time job, but wasn't. In 2016, we got our own farm down the road from here, about 4 miles down the road, and we've upped our numbers considerably since then. But the bit that I find interesting, I have always shared on social media, always, regardless of whether anyone's looking. I have shared it because I enjoy it. It's something I've always enjoyed doing. I am a creative person and I enjoy creating like farming content. The big thing for me though is I am from a city and I understand what it's like not to know anything about farming. Then to be thrown into the world of farming, hold on, I'm going to get told off because I'm not opening the gates. Stood in the middle of the yard, not doing any work, talking to myself on my phone. Yeah. I know what it's like to know nothing about farming and have misconceptions about the industry, and then to have moved here and have been thrown, and I don't mean gently, I mean I was thrown into it. I literally came here and Roy said, go and mother that calf on. And you know, they'd be at work during the day and they'd send me here on my break from being a carer to mother a calf on. And we'd structure mucking out times for holding gates, etc., and strawing cows out around my breaks at work. It is something we are both, we love it. So, the whole social media video thing started when there was a post that Gareth Wyn-Jones had shared on Facebook years ago, and it was basically a load of bullocks and a creep feeder lined up. All you could see was their asses, noshing on their feed. and it had been posted on a community Facebook group. Oh my God, what is this torture chamber that these cows have been put in? I can't believe it. And I thought, oh my God, that's hilarious, because I know exactly what that is. I took the screen grab, I shared it onto my own Facebook page. What kind of idiot doesn't know what this is? A lot of idiots didn't know what that was. I had my friend Emma, who I went to college with, who actually, she did clay pigeon shooting, so she was fairly country minded. Not a clue what it was. My friend Roz, who I also went to school with, she hadn't got a clue what it was. Point being, this idiot here had it in her head that other people should go looking for the answers when it doesn't actually concern them. It doesn't concern them at all. Why should they go looking for the answers if we're not showing them to them? So I started making videos after feeling like an absolute idiot. My social media was just the average social media for a few years, very farm themed, but also mixed in with bits of running and children and stuff like that. And then I accidentally hit it off on TikTok, which was, honestly, it was just a joke that went wrong. And now I have 100,000 followers on TikTok, which is just absolutely crazy. Mostly making a fool of myself, which is fine if that's what people want to see. But I do post a lot of educational content on there, which is something I do enjoy doing. Obviously, there's a personal reason for me doing that, because I have been that person who expects, you know, Mary from Skelmersdale to know what we do with animals. And why would she? Why would she ever have cause to know what we do with these animals beyond what she sees in a supermarket? And that's why I do it. Like, that is why I do it. It's good fun. I enjoy the process of making the videos and making the pictures, and I enjoy the education, and I enjoy reaching people that wouldn't ordinarily be reached by agriculture at all. So daily jobs continue. We did TB test yesterday. It went really well. I was just being dramatic. I promise my mood has improved considerably since yesterday. Silage is tasty. Any of you notice that I've developed like a nervous twitch of playing with my hat? Because I've just noticed. Stop it! Ooh, she's windy! The sheep that I went to put Raddle on, they are here. I'll show you. I can keep an eye on them from the top of here. They are here and here. Are you ready? Boy says that the bobcats, the shear grab is short of oil. We let some out the other day. It got jammed. So we undid and let some pressure off and a load of oil pissed out. So I think we're just going to put some more in. When he went to close the shear grab, it was like closing really slowly. So we're just going to top the oil up. Machinery nerds, bit of machinerying for you. Game of how little does Charlotte know about machinery. Go and get some oil. So we have 1040 diesel engine oil, 2-stroke oil, waste oil. Oh, what's this one? Oh, this is it. I found it. It's all right. Oil. What a different type. Pig oil. Oh my God, the list. I've got a room full of oil and none of what I need. Oil. Morris oil. Right, what's this? milking machine oil. How many types of oil does one farm need? Oh my god, and I still don't know which one I'm meant to be getting. Yeah! It said oil, not hydrostatic fluid. How am I meant to know? Hi. Her ambulance is going over. There he is! Wow, he's high! Get on Ollie's birthday bumper and Joe's Mix and Mentions and raise money for the Her Ambulance. We love a Her Ambulance in the countryside. Saves lives. The weather is horrendous. Yeah, when I say horrendous, I mean really horrendous. Oh god, I'm gonna drown! Oh, it's like a swimming pool. Chickens are flooded. This is why I've lifted them up on here, to be honest. Look how deep this is. Are you ready? Crazy. This is basically just the water table. This here, this is a well. And we use this well for, close it up, watering the chickens. I'll show you on a better day what it looks like. It's basically a small opening like this round, and I've got a pump in it, and the pump basically just waters the chickens and the veggie patch, which is kind of cool. So what happens, it completely overflows when the water table goes up, and then when we concreted the lane, we stopped the water being able to get away, so it literally floods this entire field. So this here also turns into a complete river. We concreted this lane. What we did is it has a giant pipe down the middle. I'm really conscious that you're not going to be able to hear me, so I might voice this over. I'm sorry. The lane is fine. The lane can take the water. And then there's a giant pipe that goes down in there, and then it goes off to a pipe in the field. And the change in the bigger pipe to the smaller pipe, it just can't take it. It just can't take it. And then if you look in here, whoop, it turns into a river. This is when you've got to be really conscious when we have sheep down the river that the River Eden doesn't flood, because it does quite often. But yeah, this is winter life on the farm. Really annoying. That is just incredible. People wouldn't believe. So we have just had a phone call off a haulier. He's coming up from Birmingham, and he's bringing a root chopper on the back of his very large wagon. It'll be here about 9 o'clock, he hopes. So we've just been to the other farm to get the bigger pallet forks. The Bobcat branded pallet forks are longer and they've got a back plate on. So baby calf has learnt how to escape. As you can see, Mum is not very happy with him. You winding your mum up, you are. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Get out. Come on, get in there. Good lad. Go on. Nom nom nom. So the calf keeps escaping out of these things here. These are called man gaps. Obviously, man gap. They're safe when you're working with the cattle. It just means people can just walk in and out without opening gates and stuff. And also, if anything goes wrong, you have the chance to completely just get out and escape. So he's escaped and upturned my vet's table. Very naughty. That's new as well. I don't like the look of this calf. So we TB tested yesterday. There was a bit of stress on, you know. When Roy's come in to give them feed, he didn't stand up. So the only thing different about this calf is that it didn't stand up to eat, which in itself is slightly unusual. So I'm gonna, and his lugs are down a little bit. Like, look at his ears. He's just a little bit sad, and he's blowing a little bit. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Can you see here? So the vet said the other day to us, she was like, oh, have you had many cases of pneumonia? Because they're getting a lot at the minute, just with the weather. And also, we've given these calves extra stress. We've brought a load of cows into their shed. And the heat and everything, the environment's changed for them, which isn't good. So I'm gonna run to the fridge, and I have some already drawn up injections from the vets for pneumonia. And specifically for that, I'm not just going to give it any generic rubbish. Yeah, I'll run and get them, and I'll show you what I do. But we have changed the blend that these guys are on, the feed. They were on pencils, which are quite a high protein intensity thing. So they're wanting them like bulled by about 23 months and then calved for say like 32 months, something like that. And it's quite a race to get them pushed on and big enough to be able to do so. Obviously environmentally that is beneficial, but these little boys do not need feeding quite as intensely as the heifers would to be pushed on to be able to be bulled by such an age. So we've put them back onto a blend. Appleby Flake it's called. It's slightly cheaper and it won't push them on quite as fast as the other did, but actually, do you know what, like Roy says, feed, fertilizer, fuel, they are your three big costs, and we are trying to not cut back but trying to control them. We don't want to skimp on anything, but you've got to be careful because everything is so expensive. So I've given the calf his injections and we'll see how he is tomorrow, so fingers crossed. But yeah, I'll speak to you tomorrow, guys. Ta-ra, 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 ta-ra.